YouTube live. Okay, we are live. Hooray. And Darren will be joining us in just a minute. So, happy Black Friday. Yeah, I usually don't go shopping on Black Friday, and I'm glad. And all I did was I tried to just duck into, like a dollar store to pick up a few candles, and that was a little annoying because you're dodging people who don't have masks on, and that's something I take it very seriously, and so I get very annoyed when people are just standing there with the mask like around their chin or hanging off their ear, and they're in the store. I'm like, yo, this that's not how you're supposed to wear them when you're in the store, but it's just one of those things.
Like to get back to times where we didn't have to do this, but we have to go through a period of it first.
Yeah. Well, if you look at like the 1918 pandemic, it took a year and a half, before things kind of got back to, to normal. So yeah, that's
quotation normal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, it was normal enough that we all forgot about it for how many decades? So
I don't know, 10.
Yeah. But either way, if you just looking at that as a frame of reference, we've got until probably summertime, before things start to look a little better. But be that as it may, welcome to everyone, and glad to have you all here, and ready to get things started. And it's funny, you just washed your hands, Darren, and then I'm going to pour cold water on them again. But at least you kind of got a primer. What? I wish you could see the look he's giving me. And if you're tuning in, there's also I was able to release the latest Kemetic how-to guide episode earlier this afternoon. Of course, on Patreon, they got it before Thanksgiving. And I'm going to have outtakes and fun stuff like that also uploaded, pretty soon. I'm just in between doing that and also working on cover art for novels, and that's taking a little longer than I anticipated. So, good things are afoot. Stay tuned, I guess. So in the meantime, man, I guess I look forward to this part just because of your reactions. So these cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me as Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, Rennutet. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. What? Where?
This one.
Where? Here or here? Okay. You were leaning. I couldn't. There we go. All right. You're just trying to get your hands getting wet so you can fling at me.
Purity everywhere.
Yes. The power of Tefnut compels you. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. We've cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. And now we're drying off. We are pure. We are pure. Oh, something else that you should also look for on YouTube. It's not from my channel, but they dropped it just today, and I happened to see it. It's awesome. It's what ancient Egyptians sounded like, and the user, the channel's name is Native Lang, and the guy's basically a language nerd, and he does videos on all sorts of things. And I've been tuning in for years, and he finally did this one on ancient Egyptian, and it's really awesome. So go check it out.
A lot of words. Big words.
But there are words in actually he does have a video on the longest word in like a lot of major languages. So
And they're huge.
yeah, no, really, it's like, but it's an actual video. So go check it out. It's really cool. And it kind of picks on the tropes in documentaries on the History Channel because by now they're kind of formulaic. And if you're a real, deep Egyptian, history nerd, you watch a lot of those videos and it's like, well, wait, they kind of glossed over this and this and this. Ask Darren, when we watch something on the History Channel, it's like I say something or I ask something like 5 minutes before they get to it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's difficult to watch them with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like having movie spoilers all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
I'm not that bad, am I?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure a lot of other
I
folks.
get that a lot too.
Yeah. I know. I'm sure you and me and a lot of other folks that tune in would be that way. Watching the History Channel. It's like, well, wait a minute, you didn't even mention da 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 because, they have to keep this for general consumption.
Imagine our Mystery Science Theater,
That would be funny.
What?
Doing a Mystery Science Theater of, a lot of these documentaries.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yes.
That's the best idea I've ever heard.
Yes, doing a nerd.
MST3K, the man who killed Kennedy. I can't wait.
Okay, well, no, but like a nerd MST3K. So like us, some of us MST3K, documentaries on who killed Cleopatra, and stuff like that.
Who killed my brain? Oh, the History Channel did.
Yeah. We could really have fun ripping apart ancient aliens. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and this evening we're honoring Shu. There's actually a going forth of Shu on the 30th, which is Monday, and of course because it's harvest time here in the northern hemisphere. I said, well, let's also include Rennutet. But since I don't have statues or other icons, I've got a couple of candles. So I don't know if there are many people who work with Shu or venerate Shu, but I could probably make some kind of a plaque.
The shoe could be on the other foot.
That's a totally different issue.
Is Shu? Yes, lots of puns here. Okay. Well, let me make sure I've got my ways to light candles. Since we're going to be lighting several of them. I know you're down here. There we go. Okay. Come in peace, bright Eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The Eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it.
Receive the light.
Receive the light. The Eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus comes.
Am I late?
Nope, just, there you go. Eye of Horus comes for you too. I'll bring it across for everyone. And we are purified with it. Receive the light. And make sure our other candles are lit. Well, there we go. Shoot. And Rennutet. Lovely. Can't let Tefnut have all the fun.
No.
See, Shu and Tefnut are the first pair. So, That's appropriate. But all right, we'll test this one out. Oh, I need to start with two. You arise in the Akatis Kupri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Shu, O Rennutet, O Untitled, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Sphet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Netchuru, these waters are the Eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Netchuru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. Its fragrance is the Eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you, it cleanses you, it adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. And Netchuru, we give to you this Eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live, and the produce of the garden. Lift it to your faces, and be at peace with it. Okay. That's right. The gardens prosper, and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill this Eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Shu, O Rennutet, O Netchuru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure, pure is Shu within his house. Pure, pure is Rennutet within her house. Pure are the cause of Ra, of Shu, of Rennutet, and of all of these Netchuru, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Horaketi, for Shu, for Rennutet, for all of these gods, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your body, O Shu, O Rennutet. Come to your bodies, O Nechiru. Come to your invocation, and come unto us, your servants who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Shu, before Rennutet. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Ra Horaketi and your son, Neosur Nisu Nebkeprura, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourself to these your offerings. Receive them from our hands. And now let us honor our blessed dead. With this Eye of Horus, that it may light their way. And these cool waters, which come from the offering table of Osiris, that their hearts may be cooled. Horacheru ta henket kakao abdus mahat kudnibet nofrek wabet nonket nachurim and cow and aku punibu ma'akeru nibu keren nachara. A voice offering of bread, beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these aku, all true of voice before the great god. And she's actually already in her place, but we'll bring our little lady to the front. There we go. We come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased, and your cause shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. Dispet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And she looks very comfy between the two of them. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. And we will read a litany. keep hold of my book. Litany of Shu. And he seems like an appropriate god to honor, especially right now because of the fact that he is the breath of life. And he seems to, I guess, pair with Serket in terms of helping people to stay breathing, stay alive. That's kind of an important thing. So we certainly could use his presence in the world right now. I am he who foretells Ra when he ascends from the Akhet. I put the fear of him into whomever seeks out his name. I am the one among the Heh gods who hears their words. I dispatch the word of the self-created to the multitudes. I am the one who captains the Sunbark and its crew. I am stronger and more raging than all the Aenids. I show splendor in accordance with my nature. I speak, and the Aenids are silent. I am he whose shape was exhaled, whom this august god created, who strews the sky with his beauty, whose name the gods do not know, the one whom the sun folk serve. Shu is the one whom Atum fashioned. His robe is the air of life. A cry for him went from the mouth of Atum. The air opened upon his ways. He makes the sky light after darkness. His pleasing color is the breath of Atum. Storm clouds in the sky are his efflux. Hailstorms in the dusk are his sweat. The length of the sky is his stride. The width of the earth are his settlements. All living things upon the back of Geb. By Atum's command does Shu govern them. His life is in their nostrils. He guides breath into their throats. And to Rennutet. Hail unto you, Rennutet, the good, mistress of life, lady of sustenance, lady of the granary, flourishing in the storeroom, foremost of the best goods, foremost of the finest foods, Rennutet who embellishes the storeroom, flourishing Rennutet who makes all lands green, Rennutet Serket who locks up serpents in the limits of her house. Hail, good Rennutet, the appeased one. Okay, I will be... Okay, it looks like I'm already getting a few requests for some things, so let me step over and take a look. And I know we already got a couple of prayer requests. We have one friend on the Facebook group named Marina, who has a friend in Algeria. She and her father are both COVID positive. And so we definitely ask Shu to be with them and to keep the breath of life within them and for them to heal. Let me see. Oh, we got some new folks, and welcome to you. Let's see. All right, divination came true. Oh, okay. So someone just realized their divination from last week came true. So, and one thing I have to say is sometimes it doesn't seem like it makes sense until a little later in the week, and then you go, "Oh, that's what it was talking about. That's what they were referring to." So, yeah. Let's see. Yes, welcome to everyone. Prayer for harmony in the workplace for everyone. Okay, definitely. Spray bottle blessed by Tiffany. That might be interesting. But okay, so prayers for everyone, and Seta, if you had some requests, definitely we'll include those. And our friend Jory wanted to pray for a friend named Carrie, and so we ask for harmony and for love and peace and blessings for everyone who's tuning in and all of those that are touched by them and the people that are in their webs, reaching out across the world. And tell you what, since Shu is the son of Ra, very much we'll go with that Enid. So where are we? Here we go. Hear us, O Ra, great Lord of Unu, and place your arms of blessing around all of our viewers. Let them rejoice in your bounty and their hearts take joy in your kindness. Tell Neat and Upo to open their ways for them, and may you protect them with your strong arm of compassion. For you are the All-Lord, the Lord of Ma'at. Holy and splendid is your name. Capri at dawn, Atum at dusk, Ra Haraketi as you rule the night. May you grant life, prosperity, and health, alertness, favors, and affection. May our eyes see you every day as one righteous who sets you in their heart. Supply our needs of bread and drink, and guard our mouths in speaking. Come to us and give us counsel. Make us heedful of your wisdom. When one appeals to you, you come from afar. Lend your ear to the lonely and the poor. May you give breath to those who are wretched, and bread to those who have none. Guardian of the weak, may you set the oppressed free, and let your blessings surpass all wealth. And well, it's after Thanksgiving, but here is this is something that I wrote as a grace before meals, but let's apply it to all those wonderful Thanksgiving leftovers.
Yes, that, and I'm having a meal after this. So go ahead.
All righty. Okay. O Sekhmet of yesterday, O Wajid of today, we praise you, for you have filled this table even as you filled the table of your father Ra. Protect us with your Waj scepter of life, in your name of Wajid. Defend us from evil as you defend Ra from evil, in your name of Sekhmet. We are yours as Horus is yours, made whole for life. Okay, I'm going to peek over and see if we've got some requests. Let's see. Good harvest. Okay, yes, good harvest for completion of current school projects, and that the winter season will be fruitful and kind. Support for children whose schools are closing or going all virtual. Yeah, because they're having to be separated from, teachers and friends all over again. And our friend Alejandro has had changes in his job. And please have a prayer to ask for opportunities and good things to come so these changes can become something good. And same thing for my best friend, because in her job things have gotten difficult. Definitely. You know what? Let me do one thing. Let's light Sekhmet's candle, because I think we kind of need, her help through all of this. It's just kind of a matter of course.
Can we light the alabaster ones as well?
Let's see. I'd have to go and, well, I don't know if I've got candles in them right now, but let us definitely praise Sekhmet. Hail Sekhmet the Great, the Eye of Ra, who hides him within her iris. Hail Sekhmet, sovereign, mistress of light who moves in brightness. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of darkness, at whose setting the dusk comes. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of fear, whose seal brings death. Hail unto you, Sekhmet, daughter of Ra, who loves Ma'at, who detests Isfet. Most holy of the gods, one seeks life in you. May you continue to grant us life, well-being, and health. May you protect us and guide us through this winter, through this dark time of the year, and be with the kids that are trying to make sense of it, the grown-ups that are trying to get through it, and all of us, because we are, to you, we are all children, and we are all under your sway. So please look after us and show us your mercy. And for those that are dealing with work, I'm going to ask. Set did me a big favor this morning.
And protect those dealing
Yes.
with COVID.
Yes. And as far as the job stuff, I'm going to ask for Set. And it might seem a little ironic because he's associated with chaos and disruptions. But
Have you been to work lately?
well, not only that, but this is something that happened to me this morning because, you know, I sold something and the postage was more than I expected. And I was going, man, I'm not going to get a whole lot from this one because of that. And as I was finishing that up, somebody bought some Set beads. And I'm like, oh, thanks, man. You did me a solid. So, yes, he presides over disruptions and changes, but I think sometimes he can also help cover you when there are disruptions and changes. And, you know, sometimes I think he steps in and says, relax, I got this. So that is, I'm going to ask him if he would be so kind as to look after Alejandro and our other friends and make these changes good ones. Hail Asutek, son of Newt, great of strength in the bark of millions, chosen one of Ra Horaketi, bull who dwells in the northern sky. Fearsome one at whom all lands tremble, great is your war cry, great is your might. Your wasp scepter stretches over the sky, you stand at the zenith of the stars. Lord of storms, Lord of dread, your voice is thunder in the heavens. You slay the fiend from the prow of Ra's bark, protect us from evil and grant us long life. Guide us through the changes, guide us through the tumultuous times, as you guide Ra against the evil one. And may you be with us as we come through into light on the other side. The other side of things as they come up.
Right.
So let's see. Oh, I know. Rebecca, thanks for dropping that link in the group because you must have seen it just a few minutes before I did. A friend of ours said that link on
Right.
the how Egyptians
The
sounded
language
video.
change,
Yeah. And this one, yeah, he spent some time working on this one. It was really well done. You know, and I'm usually very picky about things that I watch on YouTube, but this I can say that this one is solid. You know. So go look up how ancient Egyptians sounded, you know, and how do we know? And I'll give the chat kind of a minute to catch up.
It is also appropriate, everybody who's looking for jobs or security and income and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We happen to be venerating Rennutet,
Mm-hmm.
and we have been associating her with that lately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And
it lends itself very well.
yes. And I have to say I'm very, very thankful. The green beans, the green bean dish that I, you know, did for Thanksgiving last night, and I've got a little bit of it, you know, on the offering plate. This came from our garden. And the bean patch, I did a little bit of protective magic and put, you know, ribbon, you know, over each little garden patch and inscribed the name of a particular deity. So like the cucumber patch, that's Sekhmet's, you know, and the bean patch was Rennutet's. And so these are her green beans. And, you know, I picked some more today, actually. They're going to probably keep going until we get our frost in a few days.
Kind of reminds me of how they used to do units for combat. They'd have one Sobek and one Set, one, you know.
Yeah, Set. Yeah, there was a Sekhmet.
Manchu.
Oh yeah. Different divisions of the Egyptian army would be, you know, under the tutelage of a particular deity, and so you had one for, you know, Set, one for, you know, Sekhmet, for Upwot. So yeah, so I've got garden patches. But how you doing, Seta? You doing all right?
Hi, Liv.
Hey.
Sorry for interrupting.
No. It's okay. I wanted to check on you and see if you were okay.
No, when I first came in, sorry for interrupting. But, yeah, I'm doing okay. This AEP has totally flopped. I don't know. I did worse than I did last year. I just don't know what happened.
Well, remember, there's a pandemic going on, so it's 2020. All bets are off.
Right.
Don't be hard on yourself.
Take a deep breath and
Yeah, that's true.
be grateful where you're at the moment.
But still, I really expected it to be something better.
Yeah. Well, it's always frustrating when you go into something and, you were kind of going into this open enrollment season, like when I go to a dealer table and I'm, at a convention or something and I'm hoping to, to do well. And, when it doesn't turn out that way, it can be pretty bruising, but, and just hang in there. We'll ask Rennutet for better opportunities. And let's go ahead and do a divination for this week. And before too long, I'm going to have to get another box of fortune cookies or something. We only get so many of them from Panda Express. Okay. So we will ask the Naturary before us if they would give us some. Okay, wait a minute. All right. I'm telling you. Okay, pull this one. This is the one.
Pull one for me, too.
Okay, well, this will be our one kind of for everyone, and then the next one will be for you.
Okay.
So let's see what our general wisdom for the week is. And it is, you deserve the best. Well,
Don't be shy in going for it either.
Well, the feeling that I got from it is don't doubt yourself and think, oh, well, I don't, I don't deserve, anything good. You do. And I think this is their way of saying, we love you. We're going to do everything we can for you.
Right.
And let's see what. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. Well, this one keeps saying. I think this one is yours, Seta. So let's see what they have for you. Okay. If you are afraid to shake the dice, you will never throw a 6.
Oh, more modern translation, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Well, there you go, Seta.
Go for it.
If you are afraid to shake the dice, you will never throw a 6.
Take a step when you need it.
Yeah. Well, and keep in mind, it may not make a lot of sense right now, but I bet as you go through the week, it'll be like, aha, that's what they were saying. Because, for example, I got that one last week about you will attain perfection, and you were like, oh well, you just finished a novel, and it's like, okay, that's fairly face value, but then I was working on the cover art, and you were teasing me about basically coming up with a Harlequin romance cover with robots, and so I started to get a little self-conscious. But then I remembered my fortune and said, I said, aha, don't worry about being teased for making a Harlequin romance cover. Just keep working on it, and it'll look good when it's done.
Yep.
So sometimes it takes a minute for it to fall into context.
Everything will fall into place if you give it a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Switch them over. Oh man. So sorry to hear that AT&T is giving one of our friends trouble with throttling data, and it's funny because on certain shows like Last Week Tonight, they are always dogging AT&T like every chance they get.
But AT&T owns HBO, that's why.
Okay. Well, I have to remember we don't have AT&T. Our internet's through Comcast.
Right.
But I'm kind of glad it kind of makes me glad we're not on AT&T because I'd hate to think.
Well, our phones are.
Yeah.
Our cell phones are.
Well, here's the thing. And we live in an interconnected world. Everyone is connected to everyone else. And okay, yes, our phones are AT&T. But I'm not using mobile, I'm using the wireless, which is connecting to my modem, which is a few feet away, and that's Xfinity.
By the way, y'all, if you don't know this,
so it's two different things coming together.
If you don't know this, make sure you have a password for your Wi-Fi connection that only you know, and then hook your cell phone into your Wi-Fi connection. It won't cost you any of your data when you're on your own network.
Yeah, because I was doing this broadcast once, and I was on mobile, and I didn't realize it, and I killed data. I had to turn off my internet for the rest of the month.
Yeah, which we've never, ever, ever had to do.
Yeah, but turn off the internet. Turn the internet on my phone.
Yeah.
So basically, I couldn't go out somewhere and surf, on the internet. I had to wait because I had used up all the data for that month, and it was because I forgot about that.
Dying.
Say what?
You were dying.
No, I was not. I can actually bring a pencil and paper and a binder or something like that and sit down somewhere and
$10-12, never talk to you at dinners.
Well, and it's no different from somebody who's got a phone in their hand.
I know.
Well, a lot of people get thrown off. They don't have GPS. They don't have data.
Yeah. That is the world we live in. But okay, and and hello to Farrell who just tuned in. Yeah, you should be able to just go and rewind in the broadcast. Even once we're done, you can just go and rewind. I've done that with the Vonix sessions when I've tuned in the middle of that. So, but we were just doing divinations, and if anyone has any other requests, we can pull another cookie. And if not,
pull another cookie.
Huh?
Let's pull another cookie for me and
Okay.
Shannon.
Alrighty. So, we're getting kind of low here, so I need to... Wait. Okay, which one is it? Is it this one? Hang on. Yeah, alright. It's between you two.
He said for me and Shannon, then maybe both.
Okay. That may be what it is, yeah.
Okay.
Right. Thanks. It helps to have I guess you're my spotter.
Remember, I am a trained listener. He said me and Shannon.
Okay. All right, so let's start with Yamanu first. Which one?
This one.
That one? Okay. All right. So this one is yours. And Yamanu. Your message is: compromise is always wrong if it means sacrificing a principle.
Interesting.
Yeah, so don't compromise if it means sacrificing, on a principle. And for Shannon, their message for her: to make the right choice is to save time.
Interesting.
Yes, to make the right choice is to save time. Yes, because if you make the wrong choice, then you'd end up having to take time to go and backtrack it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, neat. Because I had to go ahead and allow the comment. They flagged it. You know, it was like do you want to show this one or not? Because Josh said, "Holy shit, I felt that divination from here."
Wow.
So for the one for Yamanu. So okay, and Sorry Day wants to know if they could have a divination from Rennutet. So okay. Let's see. Becky. A Rennutet good lady, if you would hold on, which one are you trying to tell us? Tell you what. I think it's this one. For Sorry Day, from Rennutet. Oh, no way! The cookie's empty. There's nothing in there. And I'll show you on the camera.
Typically means?
That is, see if you can see that. That is an empty cookie.
That means you know the answer. What are you doing?
Huh.
You already know the answer. Stop waiting.
Okay. And I have gotten those before. Occasionally I will get that, so.
One of those, you are the secret ingredient, you know.
Yes, you are the secret ingredient. Well, hopefully that will make sense as the week goes on.
Yeah.
So. Wow, this has been really interesting tonight. You know, we've gotten some really interesting stuff.
I think that's a nice segue to
I'll go ahead and wrap
it up.
Okay. Well,
Coil it up.
yeah. Well, then in that case, thanks guys for tuning in, and we'll go ahead and wrap this up. And I'll keep an eye out if there are any last minute questions or requests. But as always, I've enjoyed getting to see the comments and talk to you guys on the phone, and it's just really cool. And y'all stay inside as much as you can, not only to avoid germs but also to avoid
stupidity.
Yeah, and just people that are reckless and stressed and whatever else for the holidays. I would hope that a bright side to all of this, think about something. The more people are inside right now, as they're laying low because of COVID and all that, I'm sure things like injuries and fatalities from car wrecks are going to be at an all-time low this year.
I hope so.
I hope so too, because you know what, that's if there's an upshot to anything, something like that. Fewer accidents on the road, fewer people having to deal with stuff like that.
People were kind of dazed looking around in New York during the Macy's parade. Like there's nothing, no one.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? I'll mention a couple of things. If you're stuck at home and need something to watch, and you are on Facebook, and I need to work on getting it on my other YouTube channel, but I've got to deal with putting the right music in because the score that I had used was, copyrighted. But I've got some animation and it's a motion comic, and also I edited the some major episodes from the original Transformers series together to make like a linear, story, and it's all on a page. You can watch it all on the Transformers: A Simple Choice fan film page. You look for it on Facebook and look for the videos, and I've got a playlist. And so especially if you're having to entertain kids or something. And, you know, or if you want to watch it and you don't really, have much of a background, I made it so that you can watch it and kind of get the gist of it, in like a handful of installments.
Right.
So yeah, that's just something you can go and find. I made it so that people have something to watch. Okay, quick question. Do you have any plans for the Discord server mentioned a month ago? Okay, well, right now Josh is our Discord person. There's there's a community server. Yeah, and I'm hopefully, now that I'm done writing a novel, and once I get it to where I'm just waiting on the proof to come in, hopefully very soon, then I can have time to do stuff like get on Discord and try that out. Because, and I'm probably not going to put a Kemetic name. I'm going to put something else so that I can also look for some other fan artists that I heard are on Discord, and that way I can kind of go across servers. But that hopefully will be coming up soon. That is what I ask everyone to root me on in that, and get a big project finished. So I can do more stuff here. Where are we? With that in mind. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanit in Unu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kaminu endures. As the name of Ra and the Aket endures, likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Shu, O Rennutet, O Yunachiru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Shu, O Rennutet, Ma'at, to every place where your mortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Thank you as always, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a relaxing one. And stay safe and well, and look forward to seeing you all again in another week.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Big hug said, okay. Alrighty. Okay, see you next week, guys. Big hugs.
Bye-bye, guys.